Sometimes this just happens in sports. You overachieve one season and you might think that you could be better than what your current roster really is. And that's what I think happened to Atlanta in 2021 when they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they haven't even come close to that since. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be doing our elimination Hawks rebuild. This was the team that broke the Sixers. They beat Ben Simmons in Philadelphia. They ended up moving Simmons later in the year, the following season. But yet Atlanta lost in round one last year to Miami, and they lost in round one this year to Boston, and they don't really have that super young piece that can maybe take them to the next level next year. They're not going to have a high draft pick. They traded most of their future first round picks for DeJounte Murray, and it's just kind of a weird roster construction right now, and that's why I'm excited to do this rebuild, because I think I'm going to go in the route of trading Trae Young. With that in mind, I plan on moving DeJounte Murray back to the point guard position. I also would like to move John Collins. Oof! Terrible contract, and he's a 78 overall in this scenario I downloaded, which I'm fine with. But we have Saddiq Bey. Maybe DeAndre Hunter was a little bit of an overpay. We got Clint Capella for 2 more years, and it's Collins for 2 more years because the season is about to end. Let's see who makes it to the NBA Finals and wins it all. It's going to be Denver versus Boston, the team that knocked out Atlanta, and the 2023 champions are the Denver Nuggets, with Jokic being your Finals MVP. Also, just look at that contract. 6 years, $300 million. That's absurd. I'm going to roll with injuries off today, but I did up the simulator difficulty to 55. We'll see if that provides a fun challenge, because the Hawks with Quinn Snyder in 2K sometimes just do really well. So since the Hawks made it out of the play-in tournament, we are not going to have a pick in the lottery. So our pick is going to be at 15. Can still get a good player here. And I'm trying to think like who would go out and trade for Trae Young, because Trae might be one of those players that is just valued a little bit more highly on his current roster. Like, he might not go for as much as we think he would go for, but you'd like to think he would go for more than like DeJounte Murray went for last offseason. So if we look at some of the top teams in the lottery, the Pacers wouldn't trade for Trae Young. The Blazers would trade for somebody like Trae Young, just not another point guard next to Dame. Spurs, no. Hornets, no. Pistons, no. Maybe the Rockets at 6, and there's been some Jalen Green rumors. Now, I'm not buying into those too much, but that could be an interesting landing spot if we can get maybe those Brooklyn picks. Wizards at 7, I'm sure they would love Trae Young, but I don't know how that would work out financially. The Magic could look for a point guard upgrade, but I don't think they would want to take that risk in their rebuild. Jazz at 9 have the assets. 10 Mavericks, probably not. The Raptors, maybe something like that in there, and definitely not the Thunder. The Pelicans also could make a viable offer. I might try with Houston first. So Quinn Snyder, head coach, we're chilling there, getting a whole new training staff. Something like this would be interesting as well to get Pascal Siakam. So Houston is offering me pick 6 and Kevin Porter Jr. I don't know if I want Kevin Porter Jr. and like some of the guys that I could potentially want are like expired. Like, I would obviously love Şengün. I would obviously love Jalen Green. Now, could I maybe... I don't think I can get Jabari Smith Jr., right? And number 6. This would be kind of highway robbery. Let's offer this to them and see if they would be willing to do this. So you keep Jalen Green, you keep Şengün, and I'm basically getting the 6th overall pick and Jabari Smith Jr. in exchange for Trae Young. I would offer this to them. Let's see if they do this. They say no. Now, who could I give you also in this deal? I would give you John Collins. I would. I would be fine getting off the John Collins deal. You get a power forward that can also get those minutes, and he's only got 2 years left on his contract. We would actually, I don't know, I kind of like this. I had the 6th overall pick. I had Jabari Smith Jr., who's a nice piece to get back in Trae Young. Now, you could ask for more picks, but 2K is not going to give me all these draft picks. So let's offer this to them. Let's see if they do this deal, and they say no. Damn, they really don't want to give up Jabari Smith Jr., and I get that 100%. So I'll just try this with throwing in Bruno Fernando and my 2nd. If they say no to this, then we're going to move on, and they say no. Okay, so we're not getting Jabari Smith. Got a little excited there. So I would be willing to trade John Collins just to get off that contract, and I would be fine getting maybe Tari Eason in return, but I would want some of these Nets picks. Like, I want 2024 and the 2025 Nets picks. Now, those could be top 10 picks. So I think this would be a nice trade. We get off the Collins contract. We get number 6 in this draft, get a good role player in Easton, and we get some valuable first-round picks. Let's see. I mean, I could get greedy and also ask for 19. They say no. They would want DeAndre Hunter. I'm okay moving Bruno Fernando if he can get a deal done. I don't want to move DeAndre Hunter, though. So I would give you Bruno Fernando if it means I can get maybe another pick, like the 2026 Nets pick. Let's try that. Yeah, we'll offer this to them. Hunter gets this deal done and my pick, which I don't want to do. Okay, so instead of, we'll take out that 2026 first. I'll also give you my 2nd if that gets this deal done as well. They want to do a swap and my pick here. Ugh, that's brutal. I mean, say they do want to give up on Kevin Porter Jr. I would take him in. Like, he could be a good sixth man for us, or even can kind of convert into a wing. I would want at least one of these Nets picks. Like, that's what I want in this deal. Like, if I'm giving you Trae Young, I want those Nets picks. They would want my Sacramento lottery protected, which I am fine giving up if I'm getting these Brooklyn picks. And I gotta give them a San Antonio swap. Ugh, I love this, man. I don't know if I love this. Like, instead of giving up those, I would give up John Collins. I would. So what about if we get off the Collins contract, we give you Trae Young, we give you Fernando, I get 3 first-round picks and Kevin Porter Jr. They say no. God damn it. Why is it going to be so hard to find a trade here? All right, I'm going to do this trade with the Houston Rockets. Yeah, we're trading Trae Young to Houston. We get off of the John Collins contract as well. That frees up over $25 million this offseason, next year as well. Trae Young goes to Houston, and we get the 6th overall pick in this draft, and we get 3 future first-round picks from the Brooklyn Nets. We get their first-round pick next year. In 2025, it's a swap best between them and the Rockets, and we also get it in 2026. Trust me, those picks are going to be valuable. We also got Jae'Sean Tate in the trade as well. And that was the best I could do. And I wanted a top pick in this draft, and I wanted future assets as well. So we have 6 and 15 to add to this team. I would also be down to trade Clint Capella as well. Fully start on Onyeka Okongwu next year. Pacers number 1, Wemby, no surprise. Scoot Henderson goes number 2 to Portland. And the Spurs take Jalen Hood-Schifino, number 3 overall. Ryan Rupert goes 4. Whoa, is Brandon Miller going to fall to Detroit, or is he going to fall to Atlanta? Nope, he ends up going to Detroit. I've received 24 offers for this pick. I want to see if the Raptors would do this. Clint Capella and pick 6 for OG Anunoby and pick 12. Yeah, we're going to get this deal done. We do have to take on Chris Boucher in this deal. But yeah, I'm trading down 6 spots. But I get Anunoby, who I love as a wing. We could put him at the shooting guard spot with DeJounte Murray at the 1. And then we have also DeAndre Hunter at the 3. That would have been, okay. Now I'm like, do I trade up to get Jarris Walker, excuse me, at pick 7? Like, do I trade 12 and 15 to get Jarris Walker? I would give up maybe Jae'Sean Tate in this deal, who we just acquired. Or do we flip Chris Boucher? So can I move? Yeah, you know what? We'll do 12, 15 to move up to 7. Would they say, okay, they don't want to do that. But if I give you Chris Boucher, you would probably do this, correct? So we're going to quickly flip Chris Boucher to Washington. No, they don't say yes. Okay, I would also include Jae'Sean Tate, if you prefer that. Okay, please, Washington, do not take Jarris Walker. Let's go. So let's just offer Magic 12 and 15 for pick 8. They say no to that, and I'll give you Chris Boucher as well. That doesn't get it done. What about if, do you like Jae'Sean Tate? No, please don't take Jarris Walker. Please, please. Yes, they take Whitmore. 12 and 15 for pick 9. They say no. I'll offer you, they kind of like Jae'Sean Tate, but I'll give you Chris Boucher. They say no to that. But I feel like they're going to say yes to Jae'Sean Tate, and they do. Okay, so we do all that, and we're going to end up with OG Anunoby in this draft, and I'm going to take Jarris Walker here with the 9th overall pick. That's a steal. So yeah, Walker is basically going to be our starting power forward next year. Play next to Onyeka Okongwu. Bojan, I'll get that extension done because that happened in real life. We're going to pick up the team option on Jalen Johnson, Okongwu, and obviously Sadiq Bey as well. And I kind of like this Hawks team. It feels different. You might be like, Matt, why'd you trade Trae Young and you even get a player back in return? Because I know whenever I trade a superstar, people are always complaining. Well, I'm not going to be able to get an Anthony Davis level package because 1, Trae Young is an Anthony Davis, and 2, it's 2K. Remember that at the end of the day. This is just for fun. God damn it. See, you got to check this with scenarios. Salary cap is turned off. All right, let me restart this. I'll have the exact same players. I'll see you guys in 5 seconds for you, but it might be like 20 minutes for me. All right, so I was able to fix some of that. Some of these picks might be out of order, but we got our guy in Jarris Walker. So we're going to pick up the team option, like I said, on everybody here. And then let's move on to free agency, where now like Harden will be a free agent, and I won't have $800 million in cap space, right? Okay, thank you. There we go. I'm going to move DeJounte Murray back to the point guard position. His overall is an 81. Maybe that's just to try to make these guys ask for less money in free agency, which is fine. I'm going to make his secondary position a shooting guard. So there are some spots we need to fill. I would like to bring in Zach Collins to be our backup center. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal worth about 5, just under 6 mil. We're going to look for a backup point guard as well. And Tre Jones could be a nice option. If I give him 2 years, around $10 million, I'll actually do 3 years, and I'll give him a player option on that final year. And we get Zach Collins. we get Trae Jones. That's what I'm talking about. I'd like to bring in another power forward as well. I mean, Hashimura for 8 mil, that's pretty good. So yeah, that's probably what the roster creator was trying to do, make the overalls a little bit lower. Wait, I just traded away John Collins. I guess Houston wanted to release him. But yeah, I'm going to try to snag in Trey Lyles as well. Don't do me dirty in the player progression. Okay, a lot of red. Love to see that. But you know what? We're going to, I think, have a good season where we're going to see a lot of green by the year's end. I actually really like this starting five a lot with Murray, Anunoby, Hunter, Walker, and Okongwu. Bogdan Bogdanovic could be somebody that could be moved at the deadline. Trey Jones, I think, can also get like 17 minutes. I would like to give Jalen Johnson a decent amount. He can get like 19. Saddiq Bey, probably give him like 26 minutes a night. Okongwu, let's do 32. Let's do 28 to Walker, the rookie. 30 to Hunter. Let's do about 33 to Anunoby. 36 to Murray. Oh, wait, no, I got to 5 minutes for AJ Griffin. Duh. All right, so right now we have about 14 minutes to AJ Griffin, maybe even a little bit more. We'll do 16. Yeah, we have a lot of wings. Like, that's something we need to figure out because we have Saddiq Bey, we have AJ Griffin, we have Jalen Johnson, we have Bogdanovic. I also am playing Anunoby and DeAndre Hunter. We have a ton of wing depth. And basically every team around the NBA needs wing help. All right, so let's see how this team looks. No Trae Young, first game of the season. We end up beating the Detroit Pistons. Okongwu with 21 and 16. Okay, 13 assists for DeJounte Murray. Yeah, it's a different roster, and that's why I'm excited about this Hawks rebuild. And we do lose the next two games to Philadelphia, as Jarris Walker has 27 points, and we ended up losing to Toronto. Okay. And Anunoby had 28 points on his former team, but he's not up to the best shot, or excuse me, start of the season efficiency-wise. Home game against Philly. Damn, another blowout L. 2 road games against the Blazers, who have Scoot. We beat them, but then we end up losing to the Lakers, who won it all in this resave, as Jalen Johnson had 21 points here. Yeah, like, we're probably going to have to trim some of this wing depth at the deadline. I don't know if that's going to come to me trading away like Saddiq Bey, who's a restricted free agent at the end of the year. Something like that. Not up to the best start. I believe we do have our first round pick this year, thankfully, so I'm okay if we don't do all that. Well, let's see how the Nets started off. They're 7-4. Don't do this to me, 2K. All right, so we're 9-17 at the moment. Houston is 7-18 with Trae Young. All right. All right. Lauri Markkanen's 4th in the NBA in scoring. Look at Mikal Bridges. DeJounte Murray is our leading scorer with 18 points and 9 assists. 43 from the field, 33 from 3, 80 from the line. He's due for an extension at the end of the year. There's Anunoby. I would like that efficiency to be up a little bit. That would have been nice. Okongwu is averaging 13 and 12 in a walk year as well. There's DeAndre Hunter, whose efficiency could be better. Saddiq Bey's efficiency could be better. Jarris Walker's been fine for a 19-year-old rookie. I got to find more playing time for AJ Griffin, 100%. They just gave Bogdanovic this extension too that I'm going to have to input in here. So we're here in January, and I was looking to re-sign DeJounte Murray, and he doesn't want to re-sign with us. He wants to test free agency. Why does nobody ever want to re-sign with me mid-season? I would pay you all the money you want, DeJounte, to be our franchise point guard. And I do like this scenario because $31 million for DeJounte Murray, 25 for Anunoby, that's pretty realistic, I would say. Like 20 million for Okongwu. Like, I will take that rather than him asking for 33. But yeah, we are 10-17 right now, and with injuries off, there's really not a opening for AJ Griffin to get more playing time or to give us or give minutes to Zach Collins, because we're paying Bogdan Bogdanovic $17 million a year for the next 3 seasons with that new contract extension that I just put in there. So I'm going to be making this trade with the Phoenix Suns. We're trading Saddiq Bey in a 2028 second for Landry Shamet, who I'm going to decline his team option at the end of the year, and a 2026 unprotected first from the Suns, because I don't want to move Jalen Johnson. I don't want to move AJ Griffin. I don't know who's taking Bogdan's contract right now. And Saddiq Bey is going to be a free agent at the end of the year, and I don't know if I was going to pay Saddiq Bey $20 million a year. So you know what? I think getting an unprotected first for him is pretty good. We gave up 5 seconds to get him at this year's trade deadline in real life, so you're not getting a first for him down the line isn't that bad. And maybe the Suns will suck then. KD could be retired. So that is going to move AJ Griffin to the 6-man spot. He's going to get about 24 minutes a night. And then I think this is going to give about 20 minutes to Jalen Johnson. So let's see, first game with no Saddiq Bey, we end up losing by 17. Like I said, it's not the end of the world to be bad this year. Take a little bit of a step back because we're going to have our first round pick, as the Rockets suck with Trae Young. They're 9-19. Well, I should have traded for their first round pick. How's he performing? 22 points, 9.5 assists. That 3-point shot really isn't there. And then we ended up beating the Thunder by 9. DeJounte Murray had 22, 10, and 6. Can we beat the Spurs on the road? There we go. We end up winning by 11. DeJounte Murray had 19, 7, and 4. OG Anunoby did not shoot the ball particularly well. All right, another win. We beat the Pistons. Can we beat the Bulls? Yes, we can. We're 15-18. Okay, Okongwu had 18 rebounds in this one. He's a free agent. Like I said, at the end of the year, he'll be restricted. There's Jarris Walker, 11 points, 5.5 rebounds on the season. Not too bad. So I'll see you guys at the trade deadline. But first, let's go through the All-Star draft. Let's see if we have any All-Stars. And does Trae Young make the All-Star game? He does not. But DeJounte Murray does. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. I would like that field goal percentage to get around 46%, which is basically what he's done for his career. But 36 from 3 is great, and 82 from the line. 53% true shooting isn't all that, though. And yeah, Trae Young did not make the All-Star game. We haven't been great since I last saw you guys. We're 23-31. Like I said, not the end of the world to be bad. I wish the Nets were a little bit worse. How is this team doing all that? Well, Mikal Bridges is being a beast. Is Ben Simmons all right? No. I'm just hoping they kind of fall off in the second half of the year. And I don't know if I'm going to move anybody at the trade deadline. Like, Saddiq Bey was that guy that I thought I was going to move, and I ended up doing so as we lose again. Like, we could look to flip Anunoby if I don't think I'm going to sign him in the offseason. But I like his defensive versatility for us. DeAndre Hunter, he could be more of an offseason trade if we were going to go that route. Onyeka Okongwu, but I would like to re-sign Okongwu. Him and Walker could be that front court for the future. AJ Griffin, maybe that's why I let go of Anunoby, and I could play Griffin. I don't know. We got Trae Jones, who's been all right for us as the backup point guard. Probably does need a bigger role. And then there's Jalen Johnson, who I was hoping would score the ball a little bit more. So I'm not going to make any moves here. Let's hope that the Nets suck. Let's hope that, honestly, like, if we're not going to make the playoffs, let's just lose out. And then we also have the Kings lottery protected first round pick, which they're currently out of. Wow, the Kings are really bad. So we're not going to get that pick. But that pick could have some value if we want to use it to maybe trade up on draft night. I mean, we'll check the contract extension deadline one last time as we're 5 games below 500. And Anunoby refuses to re-sign. Great. Well, we'll see about that. And then DeJounte Murray, I mean, I'm going to try to sign him in the offseason. It just sucks like we couldn't get a deal done during the regular. So Ja Morant wins MVP this year. 29 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. He was a beast. Victor Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year for the Pacers. Tower Hero, 6th Man of the Year in Miami. Walker Kessler gets DPOY in year 2. It's impressive. And then DeAndre Ayton wins Most Improved. I don't know about that. And JB Bickerstaff of the Cavs gets Coach of the Year. Trae Young, All-NBA second team for the Hawks. Okay, he finished with a very good season after I last showed you guys his statistics. Shout out to Larry Markkinen being on an All-NBA second team. So we did make the play-in tournament as the 8th seed. Wow, we would have been a playoff team. We finished our 8th this season, but 39-43, we really don't belong in the playoffs. Of course, the Brooklyn Nets were good, making my Trae Young trade look a little stupid now. Let's see how I want to mess with this playoff rotation. I might get a little creative and start AJ Griffin and have Jarris Walker come off the bench. So it's definitely going to be this group of guys. I wouldn't mind Zach Collins getting minutes. Do I not play Bogey? I feel like I have to, man. I mean, like, Jalen Johnson's probably going to get less minutes. Even Jarris Walker's going to get less minutes. So I want to do about 40 to DeJounte Murray. Let's do about 33 to Anunoby. We can do about 28 to AJ Griffin. We can do about 33 to Hunter. Something like this, but I could go to a 9-man rotation. I feel like a 10-man rotation in the playoffs is kind of silly. So you know what? I'm not going to play Jalen Johnson. He's probably going to be a part of our rotation next year. But now I have about 14 more minutes to deal with. Let's go about 33 to that front court. We can do about 35 to Anunoby. I have 9 more minutes here. We can give some to Bogey. And then we can honestly just make Bogey the 6th man. That's fine with me. So let's see how this team can perform. Can we beat Milwaukee, who still have Giannis, Middleton, Drew Holiday? They picked up John Wall. They have Alex Len. Bobby Portis still off the bench. So let's see who is going to be the 7th seed here in the 2024 playoffs. We get off to a very good start. We're up by 2. Now, if you watch that Bucks rebuild, the Bucks aren't great in the sim. So I think we could beat them. And as I mentioned that, we have a horrible 4th quarter. We end up losing by 18. Okongwu played very well. Hunter played well. Murray, I'm going to commit over $100 million to you. Can you not suck, please? So now we're taking on either Washington or Orlando, and it's going to be Washington as they beat the Orlando Magic in a Southeast Division matchup. So let's go up against Washington, and if we lose to Washington, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. We end up losing by 4. We couldn't play defense at all. Anunoby goes out. Drops 37 for me. He can't hit a 3 to save his life. Murray, 21 and 14. Hunter had 20. AJ Griffin had 18 points, but we lost to the Wizards. That's fine. You know, we were going to take a step back this year. We get another lottery pick. The Nets lose in round 1. That pick will be in the 20s. And then you have the Nuggets and the Celtics in the finals, and then Tatum is your finals MVP. All right, it said LeBron retired. We'll see about that. It's like he always retires sometimes, and 2K still has him in the game. All right, the draft lottery time. This would be nice if we can get some luck. So that Kings pick at 2, we're not going to get since it's lottery protected. Our pick is at 14 now. Damn. So yeah, that pick is probably going to stay at 14, which it does. The Thunder have 1, 2, and the Kings at 3. So we get their pick unprotected next year. I'll see if I want to trade it or not. We do get Brooklyn's pick at 21. So basically, we got like the rights to kind of get Jarris Walker with Trae Young in the 21st pick in this draft. Like I said, not great. We're keeping Quinn Snyder around. So I really don't know what position I want to target in this draft. Like, we could go best player available, and I also could look if I want to trade up as well. All right, so I'm going to trade Bogdan Bogdanovic for Dean Wade. I'm going to give Cleveland another shot creator. Dean Wade is guaranteed $12 million, about $13 million, over the next 2 years in total. So it's about $6.2 million a year, and they are going to agree to that. So yeah, we get a little bit worse there, and I would like to make the playoffs next year. I'm not trying to tank or anything. Right now, we have picks 14 and 21. That Kings pick next year is only like around 2 stars, which isn't great, so I'm definitely going to hold on to it. Matas Buzuelos goes number 1 to the OKC Thunder, and they get Xavier Booker at number 2. That's a sick 1-2 punch. I think I'm going to try to trade up as well. How high can 14 and 21 get me? I'm going to try 9 with Phoenix, and they say no to that. I would throw in a second. That doesn't change anything. The Spurs have, oh my God, they have 3 top 10 picks as well. Okay, so what about this? If we give them 14, 21 for 10, they agree to that. So this is who's been picked here. We got Aaron Bradshaw going 4, Robert Dillingham 5, Bronny James 6, Tyrese Proctor just went. Okay, so I'm torn between Justin Edwards out of Kentucky, who I can never develop in this game for some reason, or Isaiah Collier, who would now, I guess, make me want to trade away DeJounte Murray. Or if we develop Collier enough, he could be the starting 1 and we move Murray back to the 2 eventually. No, let's go with Isaiah Collier there with the 10th overall pick. And then Justin Edwards went right after to the OKC Thunder. What a draft for them. Edwards, Buzuelos, and Xavier. Absurd. Collier we're going to sign, 79 overall. Anunoby opts out. Definitely does not want to be here, which is unfortunate. AJ Griffin and Jalen Johnson picking up those team options. Shamit we are going to let walk. Okongwu I would like to pay. And obviously DeJounte Murray as well. So he's our priority number 1. 5 years, over $150 million. I'll give him a player option on the last year. I'm even going to lower that just a tad. At $29 million, but it's going to go up each year. And that would leave us with around $40 million in cap space. And then I would like to bring back Okongwu. We're probably going to let Anunoby walk. So yeah, Murray agrees to that. Let's go. And we sign him there. So Onyeka Okongwu, I'm going to try to get him on a 4-year deal. I'm going to pay him about $22 million a year, but I'm going to front load that. So it goes down similar to like what Keldon Johnson got, Jalen Brunson, some of those guys. So $88 million there. Anunoby does have 7 offers. He's getting 2 years, $46 million from the Wizards. You know, he would come back to us if he didn't want to. He would have said, I'm not interested in signing with you guys. Okay, so the Sabonis contract is definitely off. So is Anthony Edwards. Come on. So it's not perfect with the salaries. So if we look at our team right now, like we have a ton of guards. We'll see if I bring back Anunoby, who I don't mind to bring back. You know what? He's getting that 2-year deal worth about $46 million. I would give him the 3rd year guaranteed, worth about 23 years, so $69 million. And I'll even give him a player. No, I don't want to give him a player option. I'm going to do a team option on the last year because I'm going to give you $24 million a year at a flat rate. Let's see. Can we get that deal done? No, he doesn't like that. So let's just do 3 years at about $23 million. I don't know if I could do, you know, we'll probably do it at $25 million. That's a lot for Anunoby. Yeah, we're going to do that, though, and it's a team option on the last year. Does he like that? Yep, it looks like we can get him back on that, I think. Did he? Yeah, I'm hoping we can get him back on that. And no, he might have taken that Hawks deal. That is very unfortunate. So he ends up going, or excuse me, the Wizards deal. Yeah, he does. Kind of sucks. All right, so it's going to be another kind of rebuilding year as Murray with the number 1. We'll see if this team can take a step. And Murray's up to an 87 overall. We got Hunter at an 83. Jones up to an 82. Those are like the guys I don't need to progress. Like I want to see the Walker and Griffin progression, which I do. And yeah, Anunoby leaves us for an in-division rival in the Wizards. All right, so here is the rotation for year number, I guess, 2 now. We have DeJounte Murray, AJ Griffin, DeAndre Hunter, Jarris Walker, and Okongwu in the starting 5 with Jalen Johnson, Isaiah Collier, Trae Jones, and Zach Collins off the bench. That is the 9-man rotation. 3.5-star balance under Quinn Snyder. First game of the season's at home. We got Trae Young coming to Atlanta, and we get blown out of the building. Murray has a nice game. There's AJ Griffin, Trae Young, and Jalen Green combined for 64 points. I am begging the Nets to suck this year, or the Rockets, because I believe it's a swap best between the two. So I just need one of those teams to be bad, and us losing to the Rockets doesn't help that. Damn, we just lost 151-152 to the Pistons. Kongwu with 28, only 3 rebounds. We have 152 to the Pistons and 154 to Charlotte. That is not great. Murray's off to a good start statistically, but we're 3-3. Nets are 3-3 as well. Can we beat them? No, that doesn't help the draft pick situation. Come on. All right, it is the All-Star game now, and does DeJounte Murray make it again? He does not. Damn, I thought he was going to make it this year. I thought he was having a better year. Trae Young does make it for the Rockets. Of course he does. But we're 27-27. We're doing all right. The Nets are 31-23. Last time I checked, they were 23-20. It's a bummer because that was from the Trae Young trade too. Luckily, the Kings are 14-37. DeJounte Murray's been really good. Career high in points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, and the efficiency is solid, 55% true shooting. AJ Griffin, who needs OG Anunoby, 19.5 points, 5 rebounds. He's shooting 42 from 3. DeAndre Hunter, career high in points as well for him. 5.5 rebounds, 56% true shooting. Okongwu, 15 and 11. I'm glad I paid him. We got Jarris Walker averaging 12 and 6. The efficiency is up this year. And even Jalen Johnson has done a great job as our 6th man. He can't hit a free throw though. Zach Collins has been an alright backup center. Trae Jones has been pretty bad. I'm going to decline his team option at the end of the year. He's got a player option. Hoping he opts out. We'll see, though. And then Isaiah Collier has been okay as a rookie. Nothing crazy. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make a trade at the deadline. It would be like maybe a Trae Jones package. I don't know. Do we have our first-round pick? We do not. Okay, so I want to, like, be good. And we're going to try to do this straight-up trade with the LA Clippers. We're going to have to pay Jared Vanderbilt $12 million a year, $40 million guaranteed, but I like his fit. And we can play Isaiah Collier, the full backup point guard minutes, and Trae Jones is going to go to the Clippers. They agreed to that in that 1-for-1. So I'm probably just going to drop Collier's minutes to about 17 a night, and then we can have Vanderbilt get about 20 minutes, maybe 21 minutes there. Or should he be the 6th man? Probably should be the 6th man, right? So I love this team's, like, versatility, man. Like, with AJ Griffin, DeAndre Hunter, Okongwu, Jarris Walker, Jalen Johnson, Vanderbilt. Like, this is a fun-ass team. Let's make the playoffs, like top 6 seed playoffs. But the 55 simulator difficulty, man, it's a challenge. Darius Garland puts up an insane season. He wins MVP. It's been like the point guard show with John Morant winning it. I think Luka might have won it. Garland wins it here. Jaden Bradley out of Bama? Not Jaden Bradley or Tennessee? Wow, I'm not sure. But he wins Rookie of the Year. Keldon Johnson, 6th man of the year. Giannis gets Depoy. Jalen Noel most improved. Whoa, definitely a most improved season. I agree. The Cavs win 17-12. Well, they're enjoying Bogdan Bogdanovic. We do get Jared Vanderbilt on all defensive second team. Love that. And we get Isaiah Collier on all rookie second team. Need a better season from him next year for sure. All right, so we did not make the playoffs like as a top 6 seed. We were the 7th seed by 1 game. I hate you, Brooklyn. Why are you good? Thankfully, like Sacramento's pick should be like a top 5 or around it. Brooklyn always sucks in like year 2 and year 3 in my normal rebuilds. Why is it whenever I make like a big trade to get the Brooklyn picks, like they just end up becoming a good team? I feel like they didn't even add anybody. They haven't. Like, this is not a good team. Just Mikal is good. Like, what though? All right, so for the playoffs, I think it might look something like this. Walker might get like 28 minutes. I want a little bit more to Jared Vanderbilt. I'm honestly thinking about starting him over Jarris Walker. Yeah, because we can get a little bit of scoring there and just improve our defense in the starting rotation. 32 to those guys are fine. Probably do 34 to each. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Can we please make the playoffs? All you got to do is beat the Knicks, man. Here we go. We're home. We have 2 home playing tournament games. Oh, my God. And we're going to get blown out by 30. What the hell, man? Lose by 39 points. That is absurd. Jalen Brunson and RJ combined for 68. Well, here we are. Winner of this game is basically going to get blown out by the 70-win Cavs. Are we really not? Oh, my God. I don't even have my pick. We get blown out in both playing games. What the hell? 2K hates me, man. DeJounte Murray had a good game. I don't even know, though. He took 32 shots. All right. Well, I don't even have my first-round pick. Enjoy it up. I guess San Antonio has it from the Murray trade. Tatum, Booker, and the Celtics win it all. They've just been dominating this video. Chris Paul retired on the Nuggets. So does Gordon Hayward. All right, draft lottery, 2K. You know what? It'll make like it all well if you give me a top pick from the Kings. It's projected pick 5. So the Spurs are picking at 14 via us. They have the 8th pick as well. Please don't let this be us. Please, please, please. Yes. Yes, that means we're in the top 4. Let's go. Thank you to the Kevin Huerter trade from the 2022 offseason, as the Hawks could be picking at 4. Could also be picking at 3, 2, or 1. Now, this could be in a bigger trade if I wanted to move the pick, or we can keep developing through the draft. All right, it's in the top 3. I'll take it. You know what? I'm happy with that. We could have fell to 8 or 7, and we end up with a top 2 pick. Let's freaking go, man. Come on. Give me number 1. Give me number 1. It doesn't need to go to the Thunder. They always get the number 1 pick. Let's freaking go. Thank you, Kevin Huerter. Thank God I didn't trade that pick last offseason. Boom. We have pick 1 and 17 in this draft via Houston, since that was the swap best, because the Nets are picking at 21. Quinn Snyder, I need to see something from you this year. I wonder if I could swoop in and trade the number 1 pick for Jaylen Brown. Straight up, I could do it. And keep DeAndre Hunter. Would they trade, like, I would trade you number 1 for Jaylen Brown straight up. So we would have DeJounte Murray, Jaylen Brown, AJ Griffin, Walker, and Okongwu. That's a fun starting 5, man, with like Collier, Jalen Johnson, Jared Vanderbilt off the bench. Let's see. They might not even agree to this. Let's see if they would do it. They say no. I would also give you pick 17. I don't know if that changes anything. The most like I would offer you is now Dean Wade. I don't know if you really want Dean Wade, but let's try it. They say no. maybe the swap best? I don't know if I want to do that. What about, I'd give up this Nets pick if it helps me get Jaylen Brown. Okay, never mind. It was exciting to think about. Markkanen was traded to Golden State. What? For who? Jordan Poole? What? Danny Ainge saw enough. So if we look at the mock drafts, Nasir Cunningham, projected number 1 pick. Then we have Ian Jackson. Then we have Trae Johnson. Great. So there's not even a consensus number 1. I think Ian Jackson could potentially be the pick if I'm looking at that. Yeah. It's another wing, which is a little weird. I don't know if that makes DeAndre Hunter expendable. Kind of does. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take Bagayoko, just a center. I think I'm going to go Ian Jackson with this pick. He's 6'6". We could also put him at the shooting guard spot as well. So, yeah, he's the number 1 pick. And I also took David Castillo here at 17. Dylan Harper went 2nd. Thought, like, he could have... No, I wasn't taking him after Collier last year. You know, Cunningham there. Yeah, Trae Johnson would have been the only other guy I would have thought of. So, let's sign Jackson, and Castillo. Pick up the team options on Walker and Griffin. Yeah, so we already have AJ Griffin at Duke wing, and now we add another one as this free agency class is loaded. Let's give Jalen Johnson the qualifying offer and another Duke forward. I forgot about Jalen Johnson. Do I do it? I can't keep getting Jalen Duren all the time, but I just love it, man. He's a beast when you get him. So you know what? This team has so much versatility on the offensive and defensive end. Like, these are small forwards that can play the 2. They could also play the 4. So I'm good with this now, I think. Let's also bring Steven Adams in on a 1-year deal to play the 5. I'll give him 5.97 mil and hope he accepts that. And he does. Whoa, I don't want to let... Maybe I do let Jalen Johnson walk just because we have so many wings. He does want $20 million a year too because he thinks he can get a bigger role, which I respect, but I think I'm going to let him walk. I think it's just because it's different, but I'm enjoying this Hawks rebuild, man, and the route we're taking, building through the draft and changing it up and going around DeJounte Murray and not Trae Young. All right, so here's the starting 5. Murray, Griffin. I got to play Ian Jackson, the number 1 overall pick at the 3. We got Jarris Walker at the 4. Onyeka Okongwu at the 5, and then we have Hunter, Vanderbilt, Collier, and Adams off the bench. We're 3.5 star balanced. First game of the season at home against the Cavs. They're a really good team, and we end up getting blown out. Okay. Can we please beat Brooklyn and or Philly? All right, we beat them both. I mean, like, I don't think we're gonna beat Cleveland yet. Like, that's a really good team. This team is 35-19. Let's see if we have any all-stars this year. And boom, DeJounte Murray back on there, who's averaging 11 assists and shooting 40% from 3. We love to see that. DeJounte Murray, who's in his prime at 29. You have Jaylen Brown, who I almost traded for, and you got Trae Young on this team as well. Whoa, I almost missed an Onyeka Okongwu's an all-star. When do you see that? I'm glad we're developing Onyeka. AJ Griffin's our winning scorer too. Yes, you love to see that. Ian Jackson, he might be rookie of the year. He's having a great season. There's Jarris Walker, who's never going to get maybe that 3-point shot down, unfortunately. But hey, DeAndre Hunter could easily be that starting power forward for the playoffs. I really like what this team is doing. And Collier is being more efficient this year. He's an assist machine. So right now, we are 35-19, 3 seed. And we have, I think, Brooklyn's pick for the final year. And they finally decided to suck. Thank you. So I'm not going to be making any trades at the deadline. Let's roll with the squad. Darius Garland wins MVP this year. We do get Rookie of the Year in Ian Jackson, man. I just love the versatility on the wings for this squad. Biggerstaff gets Coach of the Year. DeJounte Murray, All-NBA third team. Hell yeah. He's up to a 90 overall. We also get DeJounte Murray and All-Defensive first team. Definitely a career year for DeJounte. Ian Jackson, All-Rookie first team. And we finish as the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. The Atlanta Hawks are here, man. We have our breakout season. Shout out to AJ Griffin, who's going to get paid a boatload of money by me. We were the 8th best offensive team, and we were a top 10 defensive team as well. So for the playoffs, I don't know. I like Walker as like a big body in there, but he's only 6'8". Hunter's actually the same size. So maybe I go, I don't know. Do I want to start Vanderbilt? Because we know how good of a defender he is. I think him and Walker can get similar amount of minutes. Collier for the playoffs is probably going to go down just because I'm going to increase Murray's minutes, and Adams is going to go down as well. So Hunter, 28 is fine. I might even lower Ian. He was a good shooter, though. Oh, my God. He was an elite shooter for a rookie. 38 from 3, 95 from the line. That's amazing. Well, I want to do 40 to Murray, 35 to Griffin, and maybe just 33 to Okongwu and 29 to Hunter. We're taking on Charlotte in round 1, who have LaMelo Ball, and he's a beast. And they also have John Collins as well, a familiar face. Battle of 2 Southeast Division teams. We beat him by 18 in game 1. 27, 11, and 20 for DeJounte. Oh, yeah. Let's win this series. 3-0. Boom! That's a sweep right there. Let's freaking go. I'm hype about this team, man. AJ Griffin, he's balling out. Hell yeah. So is Okongwu. DeAndre Hunter, you got to be better than that. But Jarris Walker's not any better. Do I start Vanderbilt for the next series? You know what? Let's make the switch. Though, like, we'll do 27 to Vanderbilt, 26 to Hunter. We're going up against Philly, who still have Embiid. They have Brunson. Welcome back to Philly, Brunson, and Maxey still. Game 1, we win. We have a rematch here from the 2021 finals. As Jairus Walker, 32 points in 22 minutes. Okongwu, he's maybe better than Embiid. I won't go there. We're up 2-0. We're 6-0 in the playoffs so far. Ian Jackson. DeJounte Murray shot horribly, and we still got the dub. Game 3, oh my goodness. We're on a collision course with Cleveland, man. We're on a collision course with Cleveland. This team defensively has to be insane. Chef's kiss. We win by 3, 133-130. Let's freaking go, man. Triple-double for DeJounte Murray here. He didn't shoot the ball all that well. All right, DeJounte. I need a great scoring output because the Cavs are 8-1. You got Lakers, Nuggets on the other side. Yeah, like Murray, 40% from the field, 29 from 3. That's not great. And then he shot 43 in round 1 and 32 from the three-point line. We lose game 1. First L of the playoffs by 6. Murray played very well. All right, that's fine. Game 2, we win. Let's go. This is going to be a great series. Garland has 49, AJ Griffin 27, triple-double for DeJounte, 22 and 13 for Okongwu. We take game 3. Oh my God, what a defensive fourth quarter in that comeback. Vanderbilt getting it done, even going 1 for 6. Collier, maybe don't take 9 shots. Here we go, game 4. They win. Oh man, this series is phenomenal. Ian Jackson, #1 overall pick, generational, and they take game 5 in overtime. Oh, that's brutal. Game 6 goes to Atlanta. Here we go. Game 7. Oh, man, I'm nervous here. Game 7, Cleveland, Atlanta. It's in Cleveland. We get off to a great start. It's going to be a close one. I'm not even... Yep, I knew they were going to take the lead at one point. We're up by 1. Oh, my God. This game is insane. This game is insane. We're currently up by 7 with 5 minutes to go. Oh, my God. We're up by 10 with 3 minutes. We're up by 13. Kind of want to hop in and play with this team just because, like, the versatility, man. I know I keep mentioning it, but, like, 34 and 10 for Okongwu? Are you kidding? Oh, I didn't mean to jump. Allen passed that to a Coral. Maybe I didn't want that. Okay, no, I did. As Murray, he's got 22, 8 and 8. Kick it over to AJ Griffin, who is not tired. He's got Donovan Mitchell on him, but AJ Griffin's a bully. He's got 31. AJ Griffin and Onyeka Okongwu have combined for 65. This is why I'm enjoying this rebuild, man, because, like, guys that don't normally break out for me or I build around, like, are playing well and I can build around them. Jared Vanderbilt was an amazing addition for Trae Jones. I'm thinking like I won the championship. I gotta chill, man. Like, I know we're gonna make it to the NBA Finals after beating Cleveland, possibly by double digits, in Cleveland as Donovan Mitchell takes a horrible shot. Okongwu up to AJ Griffin. No, I didn't want it. Oh my God, he hit it anyway. AJ Griffin is that guy. He's him. We end up winning 143-120. We're going up against the Lakers, who just swept the Nuggets. Yeah, they don't have LeBron anymore, but it's a very solid roster. Yeah, they have a lot of 80 overalls. Let's see here. Game 1 goes to Atlanta. I feel like Cleveland is much better than that LA team. Murray hasn't been that efficient for us in the playoffs. He really hasn't been. Game 2, we win by 1. Wow, we sweep them in Atlanta. Game 3, we win. Let's go. 26 and 14 for Murray. And don't blow a 3-0 lead. We win in 5. And the Atlanta Hawks win the 2026 NBA Championship with DeJounte Murray, the guy we built around after we traded Trae Young, gets Finals MVP. Head to toe, man, this was a fun-ass team to build around and just kind of develop and just getting all these wings. For shits and gigs, I want to see where this Nets pick would have ended up. Oh, yeah, we also had Phoenix's pick in this draft as well. And we ended up getting the 3rd pick via San Antonio. Now, I don't think we get the swap best out of that, unless I made a trade in this video that I forgot about. But if it's from the Murray trade, we would get the swap worst. But yeah, that Brooklyn pick ended up being number 4, which is from the Trae Young trade. So yeah, maybe it makes the trade look a little bit better. And the Suns pick at 13 as well. But yeah, that was a super fun rebuild to do. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it by dropping a thumbs up. We got all these elimination rebuilds coming out. Don't worry. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.